I think it's about time I put an end to all this cloning madness. This was literally one of the Yahoo lead stories today. Kristen Cavallari claims Kanye West is a clone. It's not the effing same person. Well, you're right about one part. That's not effing Kanye. But it's not because he's a clone. They're using clones to muddy the waters for what's actually going on. And not only to muddy the waters, but to mock you and to even mock God. And I'll explain. You see, Hollywood has been getting other people to act as other people for a long, long time. And it's not cloning, it's literally just costumes and makeup and masks and prosthetics. And just because they call this guy Simon Cowell doesn't mean it's actually Simon Cowell. It's just another guy, and they made him up to look like Simon Cowell to confuse you and propagate the clone nonsense. Now, I seriously want you to ask yourself, what is more likely? That Brad Pitt is put on some prosthetics and some different color hair and a little bit of latex to look like Benicio del Toro? Or that they 3D printed another clone of Brad Pitt and they're just printing these people? You guys, it's mockery. It's mockery of how dumb they think we are. It's mockery of God to mock how easy it is to just create a new person. It's not happening. And just because the media and different outlets call that Kanye doesn't mean it's Kanye. It's just another dude. This one I don't even think is like masks and prosthetics. I think they just found another guy that looks like Kanye. And they've been setting up this mind control propaganda for a long time, going back to Jurassic Park, where they planted the seed that cloning was a possibility.
Oh, John, that hurt. Relax, John. It's all part of the miracle of cloning. Hello, John. Hello, John. Hello. Hello, John.
You see, most people think that propaganda and brainwashing comes from very obvious things, but they don't. They come from very subtle hints and getting your mind directed in a little bit of a certain way so they can come at you in a different way a little later. I mean, don't you think it's odd that the first thing they ever supposedly cloned was a sheep? Do you understand what is going on here? A sheep. They're saying the sheep will believe anything. And guess what? We did. Now, I know this is going to be really hard for some of you, especially you truthers out there, to digest, because you are convinced that cloning exists. And just the fact that cloning is so mainstream that they talk about it in Yahoo and Kristen Cavallari is putting it in podcast should begin to help you understand that they want you to think cloning is a thing, when in fact, it's just prosthetics and makeup and Hollywood effects and total mind control. And guess what? The media is in on it. They're all owned by the same people up at the top, and they're here with one purpose. And that's to deceive you and to control your mind and to make you not know left from right and up from down and round from flat. So you appeal to the authority and always ask for help. Ask for help from those government officials that just are looking out for our best interests. So next time you see something on someone being cloned, ask yourself, am I being manipulated? Is there really someone somewhere 3D printing a new body? Or is it just Hollywood and mind manipulation in the media and costumes? Think about it. And while we're somewhat on the subject, I just want to clear something else up. These people who supposedly die and then come back as other people, it's not because they're exposing anything and going into hiding or going into witness protection program. It's just part of their script. It's part of their plan. It's to make you feel sad and control your mind that this guy died and then bring him back as someone else. If it's on the TV, you should stop believing it. Just my 2 cents. But of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. I know that clones definitely exist, and they're just 3D printing people in government basements and then putting them in places and expecting us not to realize. It's not at all them mocking us. Not at all. Especially not when they cloned a sheep of all things. Entertainment only.